Yo. Welcome to Brotherly Differences, guys. We back at it again. Episode 16. We here live with y'all. Episode 16, 2020. Welcome. Thanks for being with us. We back at Artists and Fitness. Once again, I'm Rod.
What's up, Brotherly Differences? I'm happy to be back. This Mike. And man, we got some good topics today. I'm ready to expose this dude. No, I'm just playing, but no, I'm ready to have a good show. I'm not ready to have a good show.
He don't hear us.
I hear him.
He said he don't hear us.
How do you hear me though? I think we're good, man.
On my phone.
Yeah,
I do. I hear him.
Right. So y'all can hear us? Give us a thumbs up. I can't hear us on here. He said never mind. He can
okay,
hear
so I hear on my phone.
We're good.
Okay.
Now you start a watch party though.
Hey.
I'm sharing.
Cool.
Yep, everybody share.
Sharing too. All right, y'all. We're going to get into the show today. We got a lot of topics coming up. We're going to get into some Deshaun Jackson in the Real Talk section, his comments. We're going to talk about some NFL topics, Mahomes getting that money. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff, so let's just jump into it. Oh, yeah, let them know from the group that we're on. Can't hear that. Okay. All right. So, yeah, we're going to get started, y'all. Let's get started with some news that's coming up in college sports now. We don't know if it's due to these late events that's been happening with a lot of the social unrest, but we have been seeing some of the top African-American athletes choose HBCUs lately. What do you got to say about this trend? Do you think that it's a trend that's going to keep going? What do you think that this trend means for the NCAA in general, like football and basketball?
I definitely think it's a good thing for HBCUs. I think it's good, especially if top players go to form these teams, like if Zion, Trey, and Barrett, and what was the other, and Cam Reddish all went to HBCU, but that changed the landscape and make HBCUs an elite program, the sports program elite. So I think that would definitely change the game for sure, because like I said, Howard would be in the Final Four or something if they NCAA. If they NCAA, so I'm saying that would be crazy. Howard versus Kentucky in the Final Four. But to me, I'm not even gonna lie. People will be surprised with this. I think the kid should make his decision. If they want to go to Duke and get the exposure and do a one and done from Duke, let them make their decision. If they do go to HBCU, that would be nice, because like I said, you get HBCU's exposure.
And to set context for the people, the reason I brought this up is because a lot of people just now talking about it because the 2023 third-ranked player in ESPN Top 100, Mikey Williams, out of California, was talking about how he has HBCUs on his mind, and then they start gaining more and more traction. So, and if he decides to go, that would be one of the top prospects of all time that chose the HBCU, because we already had one this year that'll be playing for Howard that you mentioned, Maker. And right now he's the 16th ranked player out of the ESPN 100, and he's the fourth best center at 6'11" in the nation. So, what do you think about this trend?
Yeah, I definitely, man, like I said, they'll get more money. They'll get more money with that NCAA revenue and stuff, the NCAA tournament, conference tournaments to get more ESPN coverage. And scouts will come anywhere. They'll go to NAIA schools. They go to NAIA schools, Scottie Pippen and stuff. So if you got the talent, the NBA scouts will come to the talent. So that's really not the problem. The big thing is I definitely think they would get coverage, and it would change the game if top players went there. So to me, it's cool if they do it. But to me, people will make a big deal if they chose Duke, Kentucky. I feel like you need to go to HBCU, change the game. I agree with that, but if they let them make decisions, I'm gonna let. If my kid good enough D1, I got little brothers that's going to college for years. If they want to go to a prestige school that's already good, let them do it. But to me, I definitely think kids should go ahead and change the game. Change is good. So make your decision, change the game. What you think?
I mean, I agree with you. Mostly, it's always got to be the player's decision. It can't be nobody else's decision whether you want them to keep the culture going or not. But something interesting you said in there, you brought up the Duke and the North Carolinas and the Kentuckys for the exposure. And that's good and all. But the reason why I feel like them schools get exposure is because they get the top players. And I'm not saying Coach K can't coach or Calipari can't coach. But what I'm saying is we don't know if these black coaches can coach. Because we know they can coach because some of them don't get the top players, and yet they're still competitive. What I mean is we don't know if they can coach at elite level because the playing field is not equal. Because you get the top 20 players, 5 of them going to Kentucky, and then the other 4 going to Duke, and then 3 going to Michigan State. What I'm saying is, if we want to call is on them some of the greatest coaches, well, let's see if the playing field gets equal. Can they still win games? And I want some of these HBCU schools to get some of these top players
And
because
that's why top players change the game.
my thing is, I want to put black college coaches on in both sports because this is the thing that's mind-boggling to me. Outside of the court is like when these players are going through stuff, who is there for them? Because let me tell you some numbers that I got from the Post-Gazette when we looked it up. All right, 29.2% of all D1 schools have black coaches. And 18% of the top tier, like Power 5 schools, 18.7% of those schools have black coaches. Do you know that 78.9% of major conferences scholarships are for players that's black? So that's showing me that a lot of black players don't have people to go to as head coaches. And also, to put that in context to you guys, there's only 18% of black colleges at top tier D1 schools. 50% of those black coaches are assistant coaches. So you know what these head coaches are doing? They're using black assistant coaches to get these players. What I'm saying is, if we get these black players to get these top black players, maybe these black coaches can start getting Coach Ken them legacies and reigns. Because like I said, a lot of them can coach. A lot of these small schools be playing hard. They just don't got the personnel to stick with these top players. So that's what I'm saying. Let's give some of them the tools. And in football, the numbers is even lower. And we know the percentages in football are even higher for African Americans. But we are starting to see a trend of top players going to these schools. Nate Tabor, he was a 4-star recruit out of four-star recruit out of Waterbury, Connecticut. He had LSU looking at him. He was a quarterback in high school, but he's going to be a running back this year for football. He had Auburn looking at him, UConn looking at him, LSU. He committed to Cincinnati, and then he decommitted to go to Arkansas Pine Bluff, which is a HBCU. So he was a top prospect out of Cincinnati, Daniel Ingram, and he decided to go to University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Nate Tabor, he got accepted to St. John's. He signed a letter of intent to St. John's. He's out of Connecticut. He's a basketball player, 6'7", small forward. He decommitted his letter of intent, and now he's going to go to Norfolk State, and he was ranked in the top 100 as well too. So we're starting to see a trend of these players switching it up, and I just think that's good because Maker had UCLA, Kentucky, and Memphis on his top list, and he chose Howard. And I think that's big because, like that coach at Howard said, we don't want players just to come here to say, like you said, just to say they're black. No, we want players to come in here and fit the culture that want to be here, that want to win with Howard. And I like that mentality because I don't like the fact that, they feel like they only want to come there because it's black. No, come there because you can identify. You know that the coach is going to mess with you on the court and off the court. He's going to look out for you outside of just basketball. So that's when you need to come there and get it going. So I like this, and I hope it keeps up.
It would definitely change the game.
I hope it keeps up.
It would definitely change
because
the game.
I want to see. I want the playing field to be even. I don't want to see Duke, Kentucky, LSU, Alabama, even my Gators get all the top players. Switch it up, and then let's see who the best. Just like I said with the NBA, switch up the talent and let's see who the best.
It takes that one top player like Mikey Williams. If he go there, I definitely think that can be a trend.
Look at the '90s, like a school like UNLV came up out of nowhere. A school like Loyola Marymount came up out of nowhere. So that's what I want to see with some of these HBCUs. Let's get some of them in the history books. For real, for real. But that was a good topic. Moving on to rankings, we talked about high recruits and stuff like that. Let's stay on the ranking train. They keep saying they stuff keep getting interrupted. And Joe said same. I don't know if it's our connection or if it's theirs because we going live here and it's still going on our end. Okay, now it's loading, but it's still going. We just gonna keep it going. So y'all, we gonna get it fixed, y'all. But let us know if it's ours that's going bad or what. But moving on to the next topic, the NBA came out with the top 5 power rankings for the top 22 teams in this little tournament, whatever you want to call it. You want to call it the championship. We already know what you want to call it. But they came up with the power rankings for the top 5, and it went like this. The power rankings was Milwaukee was 1, the Clippers was 2, the Lakers was 3, the Raptors was 4, and the Rockets was 5. Do you agree with those power rankings?
I got a question though. Are they going off by? Are they basically going off what they think will happen in the bubble, or are they going off the last game of the season?
They just going by they going by the top 5 what they think is going to happen
they
in these
think-
playoffs,
okay.
plus what's happened so far in the season. That was their
So
top 5.
power rankings, see
And
people.
Boston was number 6.
Boston's number 6, and I think Mavericks was number 7. The thing, okay, so I don't, Rockets. I'm high up on them, but to me, them at 40-24 with OKC, I wouldn't put them at 5. They need to earn their spot back. So I agree with the top 3 teams: Bucks, Clippers, Lakers. I understand why the Raptors are 4, so I'll say I agree with that because this is power rankings. And
Because it's power rankings.
number 5, I'm actually will put the Celtics over the Rockets. I will put the Celtics over the
What
Rockets
makes
for
you
now.
so big on the Celtics? Like,
I'm
That's
saying
all I'm
power
asking.
rankings go
What's
by how you
power
play
rankings, how
in
you
the
play.
season.
and the Raptors are better than the Celtics. I don't see where you see that.
I said I got Raptors 4.
I'm saying, where are the Celtics 5 at, though? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, to me, I think Rockets will beat the Celtics in like a best of
I think
7.
a lot of teams
But
will
if
beat
we
the
go
Celtics.
by what teams have been going by, what teams have been doing, I definitely would.
76ers was 7.
76ers
Memphis
was
is
7.
8. And my Heat is 9.
9,
That's
and Mavericks
disrespectful.
10. See, they ain't even got disrespecting OKC. They got the same record as the Rockets, and they not even top 10.
Because Mike, people know about OKC. They
What you
12.
mean they know about?
They're not. They doing good in the season, but they're overachieving right now.
I understand that,
Like,
but
why are
the
you
top
so
4 is
big?
right.
You just want to put Chris Paul up there, but we don't even go into that.
What
like,
you mean?
talking
I
about
like James
why the
Harden
Rockets
better than
fifth,
Chris Paul.
because they look at outlook on it too. The Rockets have had stuff happen to them in the season, trades and whatnot. They looking at outlook and what they predict in the season. There's no way that OKC's in the top 10. That's first of all. And second of all, the top 5 is okay, but the Raptors to me are questionable. My Heat could be over the Raptors. I really think that Miami is not getting the credit they deserve.
I hope the Raptors and Heat
Miami
play the
is
first
not
round. I
getting
think the
credit
Raptors
they
beat.
deserve.
I think the Raptors beat the Heat in the first.
I hope we
playoffs.
play
In
them
the best of
first round,
7,
too.
I think
we
Raptors
would
beat
beat
them.
them too.
But-
I'm not saying no, I don't think they would beat us because Siakam is the only thing we have to worry about. Kyle Lowry's not getting off like
I
that.
think-
and Bam is going to snap, and we're well rounded. Miami, the Rockets should move to probably number 4, and Miami should be number 5, and that's point blank. Period.
Miami's not a top 5.
Miami's
power
better
ranking
than
team.
Boston, and you said Boston could be 5. Stop it.
Boston, I got Boston better. Miami's probably the 5th best team in the East to me.
Oh my God,
They definitely
you're drunk.
surprised me because I thought
You're
they'd be like
It
7.
didn't surprise me.
7-ish.
Miami's better than Boston. You saw what Tatum did in the playoffs last year. Like Tatum's in.
You said
Tatum's
last
going
year.
through the season.
Last year,
But they have
Tatum's
no
getting a lot
Kyrie Irving.
better.
They got Kemba Walker.
They had
now to
Kyrie
replace
last year and
Kyrie
lost.
because of people like Tatum averaging 5 plays per game versus the Bucks. Don't bring up Kyrie.
But Tatum is a
Bring up-
different player.
they
This
don't
is
got-
third year.
Do they still
He
got
has
Horford?
got
No,
better.
they don't got
No, they
Horford
don't got
no more.
Horford. Celtics
They're not
gonna
even
be
better
better.
than the Sixers. The Celtics might be a first round out depending on.
I'm not saying they won't, but I'm saying by
Depending
the
on
power rankings,
who
I
they
think
play.
Celtics should be 5th. Rockets got to earn their stuff to me. Rockets is
But the Celtics
they made
don't
me
gotta
mad
earn
this
it.
year.
They made you mad, so they got to earn it. But the Celtics don't.
40
gotta
and
earn it.
24.
James said the video having trouble.
I know. I'm gonna check it
Okay.
right now.
They said the Rockets. You say the Rockets is having trouble, but you sit up acting like the Celtics is doing something special. You bringing up record. The Celtics record is 43 and 21. Okay, it's
43 and
solid.
21.
Like it's solid. The Rockets are 40 and 24, and they like I said, James Harden and them been taking games off too.
Well, that's why I say power rankings is a little different. I'm going by how they was playing, like with how they were playing, and I think the Rockets had a bad skid. I think they lost like 5 or 6. So it's like, but we will see. We will see. But to me, I'm definitely going Bucks, Clippers, Lakers, Raptors are the top 4. The 5th spot could be. I'll
We
go
got
with
pause.
Celtics.
Should we pause?
Yeah, we're gonna freeze because I know people say.
To me, the fifth team is interchangeable. The 5th team is interchangeable. I definitely think I agree with the top 4: Bucks, Clippers, Lakers, Raptors in that order.
I don't think the Raptors
And-
is top 5. I'm sorry. I think they're a good team.
I
right
think
now.
they
They're
went by.
solid.
I think
They're
they
not
ranked by
top
net
5.
rating.
Yeah, probably net
I
rating.
think
but I don't
they
care what
net
they
rating,
run by.
and
They're
the
not
net
top
rating
5.
is the top 4 teams is the Bucks, Clippers, Lakers, and Raptors. I definitely the 15.
I go by eye test, and like I said, the Raptors are a good team, but come to the playoff series, besides Siakam, you could game plan for one player. I don't think nobody else is getting off, and like I said, I really don't think they beat Miami because Miami well-rounded. I told you what I think Miami could do. We definitely
You think Miami
could.
go to East Conference Finals?
We definitely could get a Bucks to scare. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
I do think y'all take the Bucks to 6 because the Miami give Bucks a problem. Miami does give Bucks a problem, so I will give them that.
So when I give my power rankings, yeah, the top 3 is what I agree with, but I say 4 and 5 is interchangeable. With the Rockets being 4 or 5, they got to be in there. But you can put Miami in there. You can put the Nuggets in there. Them are teams that you can put over there. The Sixers, all over Boston to me. Boston is on that tier with the Mavericks in them to me. Boston has to prove it to me in the playoffs. And yes, getting Kemba was nice. That gives you some veteran leadership, some stability. But we got to see what Kemba did in the playoffs because Kemba's only been a playoff a couple times, sadly, with the Bobcats. So yeah. The next topic we're gonna go to, y'all, is the Mount Rushmore small forwards. Last week we did point guards because they left Steph Curry off, and this time, man, they left another killer off. They left Kevin Durant off.
Yeah.
So they had Larry Bird, LeBron James, George Gervin, and Scottie Pippen. Do you think that KD should be on the Mount Rushmore small forwards right now?
Easily. Pippen shouldn't even be on there. Pippen should be even on there. But my Mount Rushmore is LeBron, Bird, KD, and Dr. J.
Hey,
That-
still watching?
That fourth spot is interchangeable. But that's my Mount Rushmore. What's your Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, that four spot is interchangeable. You can go Dr. J or George Gervin. I would agree with you, but the top three is solidified. And LeBron, Elgin Baylor, you could even put him in there. I mean, some people put Wilkes in there too. He was a shooting guard. Wilkins.
Yeah.
I mean, but I got to go with LeBron, Bird, and KD is set in stone. It was disrespectful for KD not to be in there right now. KD definitely should be in there right now.
I don't know why people put Pip in there.
Yeah, because KD is one of the goats at small forward. So, yeah, that's something that should just be understood is KD should be in there. Like, 4 scoring titles already. He's already got 20,000. I mean, he got the 2 rings. We know some people got to add on to the stats that he has. But KD is definitely in there. The way he can score, his efficiency, and, like I said, his leadership and what he did in his OKC years alone. He's on the Mount Rushmore small forwards. And I'm sorry, Scottie Pippen, but Scottie's not on there. Like I said, I would even put Paul Pierce over Scottie Pippen on there. That's another topic for another day. For us to talk about Scottie over Scottie.
Yeah, we
Pierce.
definitely got to have that.
Yeah, we got to have that plus a couple more. That might be coming up, y'all, because we talked about that. And like I said, Scottie was my man, but Mount Rushmore small forwards, not really.
Okay. But yeah, so we agreed with the top 3. And who's your fourth?
I said either Gervin or Dr. J.
I got
that
Dr.
fourth,
J.
That fourth is that fourth is
Gervin shooting guard.
That fourth is interchangeable. Like you said, it all depends, man. Some people would even try to go modern. I mean, if Kawhi keeps it up, you could probably add him onto the Mount Rushmore here pretty soon. If Kawhi keeps up doing what he's doing.
Oh yeah, Kawhi definitely could probably get there.
So that could be somebody we can add soon here. So it's just. But right now, KD, LeBron, and Bird for me is
them the 3 for sure. KD, LeBron, and Bird. And I got Dr. J.
I'll probably go with Dr. J.
I got Dr. J as the 4th.
I would probably have to agree with that if we go by numbers and then what he did to just change the game. The next topic, people, man, y'all gonna like this topic because I'm finna do some exposing. This is where the exposure starts, people. Let me get the camera. This is where the exposure starts. Because y'all, if y'all watch basketball, y'all watch the finals. What was the word? We talking to the people real quick.
I think we're good.
We good? Okay. The time's still going, so we just gonna keep rolling.
Yeah.
Hey, keep commenting for us. See if we keep interrupting.
If not, we got backup, so we're good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
Yep, bet. So we good. Okay, bet. We just gonna keep the show rolling, y'all. Appreciate the love and support y'all been through the technical difficulties, but we gonna keep the show rolling. All right, so stick with us. Let us know when y'all in and out. If y'all can't hear us or if we interrupted, just let us know. We appreciate y'all sticking through it though. But back on to this next topic where the exposing is about to start, people. Okay, because Mike here is biased with this topic.
I'm not even biased. Like I said, go on my Twitter and I expose. You know who we're about to talk to. So let's go.
All right, so people, who had the worst choke job in their finals loss? 2015 LeBron or 2016 Curry? Let me set the stage.
Hold on. There was no choke 2015.
Let me set the stage for y'all. LeBron lost 4-2 in 6 games, and Curry lost 4-3 in 7 games. Mike, who had the worst choke job? We know what you're gonna say.
First, let's go into detail. First, what is choking to you? Is it just because you lost, you choke? What is choking?
How you lose is
losing. To me, losing,
not just losing. How
choking is you don't play to your standards.
Okay.
To me, I do it 2 different ways. To me, you can choke, but to me, you can lose when you had a chance to win. So, like, say for instance, I'll say in 2009, the Cavs. I wouldn't say LeBron choked versus the Magic. I'll just say to me, he should have won that series because I think he had a good enough team. The Magic wasn't overly matched against them. They wasn't overly matched. They could have won that game, and LeBron was a lot better than Dwight Howard. So I think he should have won, but I'm not going to say choke. Choke is like 2011 when you played terrible. Jason Terry outplayed you. So LeBron choked 2011, but 2015 he did not choke. But let me start first. This dude averaged 35, 13, and 8. That's not choking. I will give you this. I do think he choked in game 4. He had 0 points in the fourth. He did have 0 points in the fourth. Mozgov had more than him, and he shot 7 for 22 and 5 for 10 at the line. That's a choke for one game. Many players have choked in one game. But he did not choke for the whole series, so stop that lie right there. And the reason I say that, too, I'm not even going to bring up who he was missing. He did not choke. 35, 13, and 8, I'm not going to say you choked. The reason I said Curry choked to 16, he averaged 22, 4, and 3. He shot 40% from the field, 40% from 3, 93% from free throw. But the reason I said Curry choked is because a player that he's much better than, Kyrie Irving, outplayed him. Like, Curry was unanimous MVP that. Y'all don't even say unanimous. He was MVP that year.
He's much better than Kyrie?
Yes, he's much better than Kyrie.
Not much better.
Yes, he's much better than Kyrie. And to me, he shouldn't get cooked like that. It's fine if Kyrie play on par with you, but, bruh, he choked. Game 7, to me, he choked.
Was LeBron
Draymond
better than
Green-
KD in 2017 and 2018?
Yeah, I think LeBron in 2017, I say LeBron's better than
What about
KD.
2018?
But the thing is, KD didn't
What about
outplay
2018?
Bron like how Kyrie outplayed Curry.
What about 2018? He not play Bron?
What?
He not play Bron in 2017?
I said he outplayed Bron in 2017 finals, but he didn't outplay him like Kyrie outplayed Curry. And then in Game 7, Draymond Green outplayed the MVP, who had 17 points that game, shot 6 for 19, 4 for 14 from 3 in Game 7. So that's why I say he choked. And I don't think LeBron choked in 2015. That's just me. What is your reason on why he choked? How can the man who dominated the finals like that choke? I will give you Game 4. He did choke that game away. There's no excuses, LeBron fans, no excuses. He shouldn't have lost that. I mean, not losing that game. He shouldn't have played like that. Mozgov should not play you. But go ahead. Let me hear what you got to say.
Okay. So my brother is a big stat person, people. Mike like numbers. He averaged 35, 13, and 8. How did he choke? Mozgov did this. LeBron did that. His second best player and third best player wasn't there. Kyrie got outplayed. That's what Mike like to say. He say, how did LeBron choke? So let me just read off some stuff to y'all, right? In Game 1, Kyrie played. Then he got hurt. Didn't play for the rest of the series. Golden State won that game by 8. Without Kyrie, Cleveland won Game 2 by 5. The next game, LeBron lost by 13. Game 3, he lost by 13. Game 4, he wins by 2 in overtime. Game 3, he won by 2 in overtime. Game 1, lost by 8. Game 2, won by 2 in overtime. Game 3, won by 5. Game 4, lost by 21, and we'll come back to that game. Game 5, lost by 13. Game 6, lost by 8. If you look at the total that LeBron lost by, he lost by over 12 points per game that series. He got blew out by 23 points in Game 4. And I want to start with Game 4, people, because that's where it starts for me, where he choked. This is where he choked. Mike want to call Curry 2016 a choke job, but this is just as similar. No, he did not have Kyrie and Kevin Love, but I'm going to sit here and tell y'all, from what we know, what we saw, him having Kyrie and Kevin Love, that was perfect because it made it even. Because with Kyrie and Kevin Love, with LeBron versus Stephen Curry, with the help that he had in 15, it was a slaughter. Cleveland wins that series 4-1 if they're healthy. Without Kyrie, LeBron is supposed to be able to still win that series because let me tell you why. Let me explain. He's up 2-1, Game 4. Going into the fourth quarter, it was a 6-point game. LeBron himself, Mr. 35, 13, and 8, like I say, like the field of stat sheet. He had 0 points in the fourth. 0 points in the fourth.
One game is not choking for the whole series.
And the Cavs in general, they were in Cleveland, by the way, y'all. They could have went up 3-1 in that. At this time in the history of NBA, nobody had came back from a 3-1 series. Also, LeBron and the Cavs total had 12 points as a whole.
I said he
in the
choked
fourth
game
quarter.
4. I did say that.
Mozgov had 28 that game. And then let me tell you why he choked. Because people always want to talk about how vaunted offensively the Warriors was. Well, let me tell y'all this. Oh, my God. As Curry players played worse, the Cavs still was getting blown out. What I mean by that is this. In Game 5, they lost by 13. Klay Thompson had 12 points. The last 2 games of that series, in Game 5 and Game 6, Klay Thompson had a combined 17 points.
So did LeBron choke?
What I'm saying, listen, people, Curry help didn't do much. That's what I'm saying. Curry help got worse. LeBron helped play better because Mozgov, Tristan Thompson, and Kevin and LeBron, all three had double doubles in 3 of the 7 games. So that was one thing. J.R. Smith outscored Klay Thompson in Game 5. Tristan Thompson outscored Draymond Green and Klay Thompson in Game 5. And Curry still won Game 5 by 13 points. That's what I'm saying. LeBron choked because Curry didn't show up. His second and third best player didn't show up. LeBron, fifth, sixth, fourth option showed up to help him out.
How did they
Plus,
show
LeBron
up?
had a so-called record margin finals. Then how did he lose the last 3 games? What do you mean, how did they show up?
For the series, Iggy averaged 16, Klay averaged 15.
Don't bring up for the
Tristan
series.
Thompson, my guy is 14. His second best player
Why
averaged
do you have
14.
to bring up for the series? Numbers lie. Klay had 34 one game, guys, and that was a game that they lost.
Who had 34 for the Cavs?
Klay had 34 one game. What?
Who had
Mozgov
34?
had 28.
That's not 34.
Mozgov didn't play one game in the minutes and still averaged just as much as Klay. Bring that up.
He averaged
bringing
14.
up averages. Mozgov only played like 8 minutes one game. That messed up his average. Had he would have played his regular minutes that game, he would have averaged more than Klay.
Rod,
That's
the
what I'm
thing
saying.
is, you're a hypocrite in this. No, it's not because, look, because if a player you like with James
What do you
Harden,
mean a player I like?
because you would never say if James Harden averaged 35, 13, and 8, you would never say
I would
choke.
look at the series.
You would say
I
has
would
no
look
help.
at the series and say James Harden had 0 in the fourth, and then bring up the fact that Curry helped get worse. Y'all don't hear bringing up the fact that
Klay Thompson had 34 points. Iggy had 23 and 25 with Curry in 2 games.
In Game 6, they both had 22.
And then he had 25 with Curry in
wasn't
1
leading
game.
scorer. He had 22. And let me tell you, Tristan Thompson had 19. That's what I'm saying. Curry had 22 and Thompson had 19.
Tristan Thompson averaged 10 points and 13
But
rebounds that
Tristan
series.
had
Tristan Thompson was
he outscored Klay
rebounding
Thompson
great
3
that
of 6
series.
games. He outscored Klay in 3 of 6 games.
Okay.
Just don't bring up averages because Klay had 34 one game, so that helped.
But we're talking about for the series.
No, we're not. We're going game by game, and I'm telling you, in the closeout game, in Game 6, Klay Thompson had 5 points, and LeBron still lost. Klay had 5 points in Game 6.
Okay.
And look it up. He bringing up Iguodala. Iguodala only had like 17 or 19 points. Draymond Green only had 14 points. Look it up. LeBron
Let's go
had
game by
help.
game.
Go game by game real quick. Pull it up. And I already gathered up because I knew you was going to do this. LeBron choked in the 2015 finals.
No, he
people.
didn't. 35, 13, and 8 ain't even just numbers.
That's just numbers. Why would they get blown out? How do you average 35, 13, and 8 in Game 4? You get blown out by 21?
Because, Rod, just because
what?
you lose, that don't mean you choke. Choke is when you don't
got-
play up to standards. He played up to
He didn't play up the
standards.
standard.
He lost.
How about Game 4? How do your team score 12 points in the fourth quarter? And you
But
talking
then
about
I said,
35,
but
13,
I already said game
But wait,
4.
why
But I
you
already
keep bringing
said
up
game
his
4
average?
and choke.
That's a part of the
But
series.
for the whole series, I said one game you can choke.
No, you can't
There's
choke.
yes, like I said.
Not when you lose the series. He lost the series.
Like I said, 95, Jordan choked in 2 games, but I don't think he choked for the series.
Don't bring up Jordan.
Okay, Harden
Don't bring up
choked. I
Jordan.
don't think Harden choked 2017 series versus Spurs, but I think he choked Game 6 like a mug.
LeBron choked, and I didn't
No,
study
he
that
didn't.
system like that's a playoff series. That don't mean nothing. We talking about the finals. We're not talking about just a regular playoff series, dude. A lot of people have a game. This is the finals. And like I said, so in Game 1, LeBron had 44, and they lost.
Like that, and they
44,
okay, but that
86.
don't mean he choked. That choke is when you don't play up to standards. Did Jordan choke versus Celtics in '86
Well, he didn't
when
play
he
up
had
the standards.
63?
Mike, he didn't play up the standards because the last
You
3
go
games.
back because he
How
lost.
do you get blew out? What do you mean up the standards? So the standards is Mozgov might have 28, and other players on the
A
team
choke
have-
is 2011.
No, and Dellavedova to score 20.
2011
I'm
finals
saying,
is a choke.
Wait, hold on. Go game by game. You want to go game by
There's
game?
something different.
You want to go game by game? Hold on. Let's go to
Joe Dirt got some choking moments too.
Hold on. I
07.
think it was game 5. Wait a minute,
Joe,
y'all.
talk about
Okay, so no, it wasn't game 5. Was it game 6? Oh my God. This dude want to talk about, let's go to individual games. That's why he said we're going to start a podcast y'all where we watch games. He don't want to do that.
You don't want to do it.
It had to be game.
You don't want to do it.
Was it game 4?
That's he didn't choke. Like, how did he choke? Like, okay, you can say he choked Game 4. I agree with that, but like I say, it's people who choke certain games. That don't mean you choke the whole series. I'm not going to say that. Like, so I argue with LeBron fans all day. They annoy me, and I expose
Game
them
4,
all day.
people,
But I'm not going to
in
say
game 4,
choke stuff
LeBron
this
still
season.
lost that game by 23. This is the game he had 0 in the 4th. Klay Thompson only had 9 points that game. Dellavedova outscored Klay Thompson. That's my
What
point.
game?
Game 4. This is my point about LeBron choking.
But
how
I've
do you
already
lose a game?
admitted.
But how do you lose a game by 21 when Dellavedova outscores Klay? Dellavedova outscores Klay Thompson. Mozgov is the lead scorer of the whole game over Curry
Why you
and
bring up Klay?
Iguodala. I'm saying
What about Iggy? Iggy had
Mozgov-
22 with him.
and-
Iggy had 22
but
with
Mike,
Curry.
I'm saying Mozgov outscored Curry. How do you have Mozgov outscore Curry and you still lose that game? What I'm saying is the best player for the Warriors only had 22 and they beat you by 21. That is choking, my friend.
What? Okay,
That's
you bring it
choking
up.
on LeBron.
Okay, I'm
How do
saying
you lose that game?
Iggy off the bench had 22.
And
Iggy off the bench had 22. But what
Off
about
the bench.
Tristan Thompson? He had
Mozgov
12
had
and 13.
28.
He had 12 and 13.
Yeah, double. What are you talking about? What else you want to say? Double had 10.
But Iggy, you're not
Tristan
talking about
Thompson had
Iggy 22.
Okay, Iggy 22.
22 and
That
8.
get canceled out by Mozgov 28.
What about
Next.
Curry barely hit more than LeBron in one?
I said that. That's my point why LeBron choked. Curry didn't get the
No,
help
he
from the
didn't
second
choke.
best player. LeBron got
But
help
he
from
didn't choke for the
Mozgov.
series. He didn't choke for this. Curry, I'm saying, but Curry got help from Iguodala though.
Mozgov. And
Yes,
Tristan
and
Thompson.
LeBron got help.
It was only
Whoa,
Iguodala.
Tristan
Stop. Only
Thompson,
Iguodala did
he
something
helped
that game.
rebound,
Who
boy.
else did something that game? It was Mozgov, Iguodala, and if you want to give what's the name credit, then you can give J.R. Smith credit and Dellavedova credit. That's my point. LeBron had more people outplay him that
Game,
game.
I already said game 4 he choked.
Okay, let's go to game
other
5.
games. What you mean? Let's go to
Let's go to game
Curry
5.
outplayed LeBron that game, but LeBron didn't
Go to
choke.
game 5. Let's see LeBron choke. How he lose by 13 if he didn't choke? Why is he getting beat by double digits?
So, but
Why
I'm
the
saying
game not
losing
close?
by 13 doesn't mean you
Yes,
choke.
it does, because you brought up Curry choked in 16, but he had to lose off Kyrie Irving hitting the
Yes,
last
Kyrie
shot that we were
outplayed him.
So
Kyrie
LeBron-
embarrassed him
that's
that
LeBron
final.
had help.
Who embarrassed LeBron in the 2015 final?
Curry,
How did he embarrass him?
because Curry won 3 straight games and Curry was the leading scorer.
So
of his
Curry
team.
won 3 straight games.
Curry did. He led his team. You just
Curry won 3 straight
Yes.
games. The Warriors didn't win 3 straight
Don't
games.
say the Warriors. Stop saying the Warriors. Clay had 9,
But I
5,
just-
and 12
But
the
why
last
you-
3
but you-
games.
But what about Iggy?
Oh
Who
my!
had 22?
Bring up what did Iggy do in game 5? In
Okay,
game
now
6.
we're on game 6.
Yeah,
Curry
game
killed.
6.
Okay.
Curry was the only one that killed the last 3 games. Iggy didn't even
No,
kill
Curry
Red.
really
What
didn't
did
kill
Iggy do in
game.
game 5?
No, Curry didn't kill in game
Yes,
4
he
like
did.
you're saying.
He had
Him and
22.
both Iggy
He
did too.
That's leading the team. What did Iggy
Game
do in game
5,
5?
Iggy-
Iggy had
Curry-
14. Like I said, Curry
37.
killed all 3 games.
Okay,
And
LeBron had 40.
Mike, you turn up for
13.
LeBron. Thank you, Mark. He do be turning up for LeBron. No, bring up
LeBron
what
had-
did Iggy do in game 5?
LeBron had 40,
What did
14
Iggy
and
do?
11.
And they lost by 13. What
And
did
they
Iggy do
lost.
in game
That don't mean- I'm
5?
saying how that mean he choked. It's losing,
What did his
choking.
help do?
Wait. It's losing,
I'm
choking.
going to tell you why he choked, because his help still showed up, and yet you got beat by double digits with 40, 14, and 11. That showed you that he was just padding those stats. He was padding
Tristan
stats.
Thompson,
What
he
did
need more
Tristan Thompson
respect.
do?
He had 19 and 10 in game 5.
Yup. What did Shumpert had 10? Shumpert had just as
Shumpert
many
had
as
10.
Klay Thompson. Once again,
Draymond had 16.
J.R. Smith had 14.
Clay had 12.
Clay had 12.
Iggy had 14.
Iggy had
The
14.
Cavs had 4 double figures. They had 4 double figures. And Curry was a player of the
But
game that
their
game.
help.
But
came
I'm saying,
from
where's
Morgan.
LeBron choking? And
LeBron
Morgan, I
helped.
know they turn it up because he's OC about it.
LeBron helped more. It shows you
Let
that
me
LeBron helped more.
the
He's
thing
still
is, the
losing.
reason-
He's still losing. And
What
you
I'm
wanted
saying
to
is,
have
Rob,
Kyrie
you're
and
being
Kevin Love with
unfair.
this
You
type
would
of help.
never do this to another player that you like.
Because they wouldn't lose. Kobe wouldn't have lost with this type of help. Jordan
Kobe
wouldn't have
would've
with that
lost
type of help.
2015
No, he
finals.
wouldn't have. Can we go to game 6 now? You say you're going to go
Yeah.
game by game. Let's go to game 6. This game is going to be even worse.
Like,
y'all.
how did a man
I'm about to
choke
show you
after
that choke
35?
because I explained it. Curry
I'm-
helped play worse, and he's still losing, and his help is playing better than Curry's, and he
How's
already
his help
played
play better in
than
game 5?
They play better, Mike.
How?
did they not?
How?
Iggy had 14, Clay had 12, and that's it.
Draymond had 16.
Tristan Thompson had 19, so that's outplaying Draymond over 16. J.R. Smith outplayed Klay Thompson, and Mon Shumpert even had 10 points. Stop it.
Iggy,
That's
who
what I'm
outplayed
saying.
Iggy? Iggy had 14 with JR.
Okay,
19
J.R.
Tristan Thompson.
And Mike,
What
Klay
about the
Thompson-
16?
Klay Thompson, 19 for Tristan Thompson over
What about the
16.
16? Okay.
19
14
over
to 14.
16.
What about the 12? No more 12s after that.
No more 12 after
12
what?
over 10 for Shumpert.
Oh my
You
God,
wanna do
2
that?
more points.
Okay,
Klay did-
okay,
No,
but
but I'm saying, y'all hear this?
Klay
Klay Thompson scored 2 more points than Iman
Why do
Shumpert.
you keep believing
Klay Thompson scored 2 more points than Iman Shumpert. That is a win for
But
Cleveland.
wait,
He's a
but wait.
clown, y'all.
But wait,
He's a
Draymond,
clown.
but wait, Tristan Thompson only scored 3 points over Draymond then.
Tristan Thompson shouldn't score more than Draymond. You think Draymond's better than Tristan Thompson?
Wait,
You would say
he
Draymond's
is,
better than
but
Tristan
you
Thompson.
say Draymond's trash too.
But I'm saying,
But I'm saying you don't respect Draymond.
I say Draymond's trash. I do, but he
Tristan
thinks
Thompson is better
he thinks Draymond's
Draymond
better than
is
Tristan
better than
Thompson.
Tristan
And Tristan Thompson outplayed him that whole series.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did outplay
Bruh.
Draymond. Look at the stats. What does the stats say? That whole series. Tristan Thompson outplayed Draymond Green that series.
Let's
yes,
go
he
to the
did.
stats the whole series. That's what I'm saying. You're not proving.
He
You
outplayed
just said
him.
go to the stats the whole
And look up
series.
game 6.
Okay, let's go. Let's
Tristan
go.
Thompson outplayed him, and he thinks Draymond's better than
Draymond
Tristan
averaged
Thompson.
13 and 8. Tristan Thompson averaged 10.
And what?
Draymond
10 and what?
out 10 and 13.
10
But-
and 13.
but I'm saying,
That's better than 13 and 8.
No, it's
10
not.
and 13. Yes, it is.
3 more
He had a
points.
double-double every game. Tristan Thompson had a double-double every game.
No, he had a
played
double-double
better.
every
Look
game.
it up.
He had a double-double
like
every game.
10 and 13 in 6
No,
games.
but he averaged that, but he had a double-double every game.
Look it up. Yes, he did. Look it up.
He didn't
Tristan
have a
Thompson had a double-double every game. Look it up.
He didn't have a double-double every game this series. He had 2 points in game 2. Game 2, he had 2 points and 14 rebounds. So that's not a
What
double-double.
did Draymond do?
Let's see. Draymond had 10. What up, do? We going. Look, let's
Game
go.
6. Go to
You
game
can't-
6.
Wait, you want to go? Let's go to the whole
10
series
and
first.
13 is better than 13 and 8. Anybody would tell you
Okay,
that.
let's
Because
go.
he's rebounding
Okay,
the
here
ball.
we go.
And they was face guarding Tristan Thompson that series. Remember that? They stopped playing Andrew Bogut because of Tristan
Wait, let's
Thompson.
go. Curry
They
averaged.
went small because of Tristan Thompson.
Curry
Do you
averaged-
remember that?
Curry,
Bogut didn't play the last 3 games because
Curry-
of Tristan Thompson.
Curry averaged 26. Iggy averaged 16.
This dude
Clay
is a clown.
averaged 15. Draymond averaged 13. LeBron, let's see, averaged 35. Lead scorer in the series.
Mozgov,
Monty
14.
averaged 14. Warriors had 2 players average
5 minutes.
more than his second best.
Clay does not count. He had 1 game that made his
It
average
doesn't,
get elevated.
but he still
yes, it
averaged
does.
more, so
Out of
that's-
6. No, I'm saying.
But you can't do
I
that.
said, yes, I
You
did.
can't just
Yes, I
discredit
did. I
a
said,
game
let's
you
go
put
game by.
forward.
Yo, I said, let's go game by game. Besides game 2, bring up Klay Thompson. Other 5 games, he was
But he's
irrelevant.
still, but I'm saying for the whole series, he still
Because he had
averaged
34.
more. Okay,
But that's
okay,
bad,
but
Mike.
that still
Because
helps.
averaging 16 in 6 games, that's like scoring
But
what?
let- okay, let's-
116 times 6, that's 96. That means
Let's go to the
36 points
question,
in
though.
1 game.
How did-
Wait,
explain
y'all.
to people, how did LeBron
Wait, y'all.
choke?
How is this good for Klay Thompson? Do the math, y'all. He had 34 points in 1 game. He averaged 16 in 6 games. That means he scored about 96, 97 points. That
How?
means in one game, y'all, he had 34 points. And then James, in the next 5 games, he had a total of 60 points. That's not good. He had 1 good game that didn't
Okay.
fit in his stats. He's a stat buff. He had 1 good game that didn't fit in his
How
stats.
did LeBron choke? You still ain't answered that.
Because I just told you, Klay Thompson had 60 points in 5 games, and LeBron
What does that
still
have to do
lost
with
4-2.
Klay?
And LeBron didn't win another game, and Klay played bad after the 34-point game.
But
Klay
Rob,
Curry's second
choking,
best player
so to
never
you,
played good
choking is
again.
losing.
No, choking is when you supposed to win a series and you come up
But
short
Rob,
and you do what LeBron did and you pad your
I'm
stats.
not going to do that.
Yes, that's choking.
Kyrie and Love got hurt. Well, I'm not going to excuse LeBron for losing the series.
Kyrie
but
Love
I'm
got
not going to
hurt.
just
If he
chill
let
him
Kyrie
for
Love
losing the
get
series
it,
last
he
2
would've
best
been
players.
out.
Because if anybody you like, 2 best players hurt,
That's not
you
true.
wouldn't care
If
if
it
the bench
would've
played
happened
good.
this way,
You wouldn't care if
that's
the
not
bench
true.
played good.
Yes, I
You
would.
wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
And
I would
people
bring
know
that
that.
up.
You
If the
would
help
not
played good,
care
I
if the
definitely
bench
would bring that
played
up.
good.
Yes, I would bring that up.
So I'm not about to let you do
I
this.
definitely would bring that up
You
because
wouldn't care if the bench played
No.
good. You'd be like, oh, they didn't have their 2 best players.
I definitely would bring that up because it's
second
like
and third best
it's like
players.
this. How do LeBron lose when Klay Thompson starts playing worse? And then he
Oh,
was
so you're not going to bring up Iggy.
Can you bring up
Having
game
2
6?
games
He
when
said
he was
Iggy having 2
when
games,
he was the
but
leading
he
scorer
not-
with Curry.
Oh my God. Joe just walked in, y'all. Is it more, please, y'all, is it more impressive that Iguodala had 22 points or that Mozgov
He had
28?
25 too.
What did Iguodala average for the series?
16.
And he won MVP.
Curry should have won Finals MVP. I've already said that.
Ah.
But we talking about
He had a
choking.
16.
And let's go to 16. And I explain to
Can we
you.
go to game 6 real quick?
Okay, let's go to game 6.
Can we just go to game 6?
LeBron had
And
32
we're
and
about to be
18.
done with
That's
this
not
topic, y'all.
choking.
He was, Mike, you only going by the numbers. Why are they getting blown out in these games? If LeBron is doing this, you would at least think they losing by
Because
3.
Bron-
by 2. And then the games he won was close games by 5 and then by 2 in overtime.
Okay, let's see.
Game 6. Can we please go to it?
Tristan Thompson had a better series than people give credit for.
Oh,
But,
now you want to
let's
say
see.
that. Game
I said
6.
that Chris Thompson had a
Okay,
better
game
series. He
6.
need more credit for his rebounding.
Game 6, what did Klay do?
Clay's ain't
What
as
did
good
Klay
as
do in
Thompson.
game
He had
6?
5 points.
Okay, he had 5 points. That's the second best player, people. When does a team in their second best player besides
Iggy
Jordan
was actually
do
second
that?
best player in the series over Clay. Iggy was the second best player.
Okay,
over
that's even
Klay.
worse because Iggy wasn't a starter, though.
But why you keep bringing up
Because
Clay?
I'm saying, Mike, you trying to bring up LeBron bench players. I'm saying Iggy's a bench player for the Warriors. He was a bench
But I
player
just,
for the
I
Warriors.
just proved it. But I just,
So that means Curry had to have somebody off his bench.
I
come
literally
in and
just
do
brought
something.
up the averages for the series.
But I'm saying averages don't mean much because one game inflated Clay's average. What I'm saying,
Okay,
Mike,
but
is,
that still counts, though. You just can't
No.
discredit it.
So,
You just can't
so
discredit
Joe,
one game.
Joe, this is what I'm saying. Clay averaged 16 for that series, right? They played
15.
15. They played 6 games, which means he scored about 92 points. In one of those games, he had 34 points. So 92 minus 34 is like 58. So in the next 5 games, he had 58 points. And in one game, he had 34. Is that a good series?
Clay had a bad series, but
No, just be.
he
Clay-
still averaged more than
one
any
really
Cavs
good
player.
game,
and
He
he
still
said-
averaged more
he
than
said-
any
and Mike
Cavs
said
player
because he
besides
averaged more
LeBron.
points per game.
Did any
that
Cavs player
means he
besides
played
LeBron.
better.
That's
And that
what
does
I'm
not mean he
saying.
played better.
How did LeBron choke in
That
2005?
does not mean he played better.
You gotta
because
go game
he
by
averaged
game.
more.
But I'm saying, how did LeBron choke? You bringing up Clay is not helping
I
the
told
point.
you.
How
because
did he
it does
choke?
have my point because Curry's second best player played worse, and yet he still was blowing
But-
Cleveland out by 21.
But
He still played out by
Iguodala
13.
averaged 16 over any other player than the Cavs but
16.
LeBron.
What else? What else did he do, Mike? All he did was points.
But
You
Ryan,
can bring
it's
up
funny how
16.
you bring up
But
other
you're not
stats.
bringing up
But
that.
wait. I was
Tristan
arguing.
Thompson
We was
averaged
arguing
13
somebody.
and 10.
But hold on, we was arguing somebody. A
Who?
Duke. When people get on Jordan about averaging 28, 8 and 3, for 28
28-3
8-3 for a season. What do you say about that? What else did he
What
do?
do you mean what I said about that? 28-8-3?
Because you only bring other stats when it benefits you.
Wait, 28-8-3 for
No,
what?
he averaged 28, 4 and 3.
4-3. What year was this?
98.
98. He was
What I'm
35.
saying is
Who
you
won the
don't bring
scoring
up
title
other
that-
stats
Wait, time
only
out.
when it's
It's
beneficial.
not
You only bring up
beneficial to me.
points.
Who won the scoring title that year?
Jordan did. What I'm saying is,
Wait.
that's
again,
my point.
No, once again, you see, I don't know.
The other stats, you don't care about
I don't
the
care
other
about
stats.
that because what did Jordan do? He played on ball deep. In 98, what was the last image we saw of Dwight Jordan?
what I'm
Hold
saying
on,
is,
bring up
what
the
I'm saying is when
sequence.
people ask, what else did he
I'm about to
do?
tell you what he did. I'm about to just tell you what Jordan did. You want to bring up stats, and I do bring up stats for everybody. Even for LeBron, I bring up stats. But we're about to move on. But Jay, let me tell you what Jordan did in
LeBron
98.
didn't choke.
Let me tell you what Jordan did in 98. Mike want to bring up.
And don't ask Joe about the Joe.
Hold on, Mike want to bring up. Mike want to bring up 98, y'all. What Jordan did in
You my
98.
guy, Joe.
What Jordan did in 98 is what LeBron should have did in 15. Because I'm gonna tell you, in Game 6, how many points did Scottie Pippen have, Mike? In Game 6 versus the James.
Wait, why you could? I already
Just
said.
answer my
Wait.
question. No, I'm
I already
about to tell
said
you,
I think
how
Jordan
many points
won
did
this
Scottie
series.
have in Game 6? Mike did what Curry did.
He had
Scottie
8
had
points.
8 points. And let me tell you
Okay,
what Jordan did in
I'm sorry,
98.
bring up
He
Jordan.
had the defense. He hit the game with a steal. Then he hit the shot. I don't care if he had 28 4 3.
Get
Jordan
off
like
that.
what did LeBron do
Get
after
off
35, 11, and 8? He didn't win no
Okay,
games.
we don't-
He lost the
Jordan-
last 3
okay.
games of the series.
Okay.
He choked in Game 4. And in Game 5 and 6, Curry helped play
How
bad.
did he choke averaging 35, 13, and
Curry
8?
helped play bad in Game 5. I just showed it to you. And in Game 6, LeBron helped outplay them the last 2 games and lost.
No, how? No, he didn't. You're
In
lying.
Game 5,
Dude,
we just looked
Iggy
it
had
up.
25.
In Game
No
6?
player had 20 points for the Cavs in Game 6.
Let me see.
Curry helped hit
Oh
25.
my God! So points is the only thing that matters in basketball, Mike. Can we look at other stats? Go down.
Okay,
real quick.
Draymond had
Hold
a
on.
triple-double. Draymond had 16, 11, and
Go
10
down
in
and
Game
Cleveland.
6.
Look,
No,
okay,
who on the
look,
Cavs said
okay,
that?
look.
Tristan
LeBron
Thompson
had a double-double. Tristan Thompson had a double-double. Maz
Draymond had a
double-double.
triple-double.
Look, y'all. Maz
Draymond had a triple-double in Game 6. You just lied.
Maz LeBron and Tristan Thompson had 43 rebounds, and Golden State had 39 as a team. 3 players on Cleveland had more rebounds than Golden
What was the
State's
final
whole
score?
team.
Okay, but
And then Cleveland lost by 8.
No, total. This was a number.
Golden State won by an average of 12.5 points per game.
Like that actual total score. How many points were scored?
I don't even know. Mike would have to go find that out.
Like 113, 120.
But
Sounds like a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying
stats, a lot of
is,
stats.
Cleveland had 3 people in double-doubles in Game 6. He keep bringing up just points, y'all. Mozgov, LeBron, and Tristan Thompson had 43 rebounds combined, and the Warriors as a team had 39 rebounds combined. 3 players on Cleveland
It
out-rebounded Golden State, and he acting like that's not big. He acting like
Cavs out rebounded.
They out-rebounded them.
But what I'm saying is, LeBron, how did he choke after
Cleveland
35,
played
13, and 8? How the hell are you choking? That is not
That
choking.
is choking.
That is not choking.
To
But let's go to the next
highest
topic.
extent-
That's not
To
choking.
highest extent is choking.
You bringing up irrelevant
Because-
stuff. You bringing
No,
up
it's not
Clay.
irrelevant
Clay
stuff.
choked.
Look
Yes,
at those
but
fourth
LeBron
quarters
didn't
that
choke.
LeBron did. Look
One
at the fourth
fourth
quarters.
quarter.
And in Game 5, Mike going into the fourth quarter, the game was like a 2-point game. And he lose by 13. It was like a 2-point game in Game 5. Going into the fourth quarter. And that's what I'm saying. He always get blown out at the end. Why? If he was killing, why does the games get ugly at the end? Why?
Bro.
Look up Game 3. What was the score going into
Game
the fourth
3.
quarter? You good at math? 22-28, 22-29.
Tie game, they up 1. They was up 6.
What was the score of it? Like, I want to hear what the numbers of the score.
It was 22-29, 51, 81. So
70,
81-75.
Going into the fourth.
Going into the
81,
fourth.
74, 75, and they lost 104-91. That's what I'm saying. He
Okay,
scored 12 points
but
in the
wait,
fourth,
LeBron
16 in
had
the fourth.
16 in the fourth in Game 5. How did he choke?
But why? How did he lose by 13, Mike?
How
How
did
did he
okay,
get
how
worse?
did he lose by 14?
How did he get worse than
Wait,
the fourth?
let's see. How did he lose by 14? Let's go. Tristan
Sounds like
Thompson had
defense.
5 points and 2 rebounds.
Sounds
In
like
the
a
fourth.
defense. though.
And Miles
Yes,
Shepherd
he did.
had 3 points.
Go to State stats in the fourth.
Golden
Who did
State,
in the
Curry
fourth?
had 17.
In my opinion, guys, this is where you actually have to watch the game. You'd have to watch the game right now. You might as well just move
watching
on.
the game is
You gotta
better.
move on. You gotta watch the game.
Because neither one of them had help in the fourth. That's my point. Neither one of them had
But
help
Rod
in
is
the fourth.
not
Neither one
choking.
had
That's
help
what
in
I'm
the
saying.
fourth.
LeBron didn't
Curry
choke.
Lee grew
He
by
lost the
7.
series yet.
It's choking because Rod don't like him. No, Morgan.
No,
it's
it's
choking
right though
it's
because,
choking.
like I said, Rod, any player you like, if they ever
This is the same
35, 13, and 8,
choke. Oh my God.
you wouldn't say he choked. That's what I'm saying.
35, 13, 8, he lose the way he lose.
He
But
lost,
come on
yes, but I'm not going to put. I'm not
Okay.
like I said. I still say he's 3-6 in the finals, and he should be 3-6.
How
But
did
I'm
Curry,
not
how
going
did
to
Curry
just say he choked in that finals,
about 4 points in
especially
game
without
7.
Kyrie and
But you call
Love.
that choking.
Wait, what? Curry did choke in
But
2016. Yes,
Joe, in 2016, Curry choked.
Curry choked because
But
Kyrie.
they lost by 4 in game 7.
Okay, who outplayed LeBron 2015 finals? Who outplayed LeBron?
Curry.
Okay, who
Next
else? Who else?
topic,
Who else
man.
outplayed?
Watch
Who
the
else outplayed
games.
LeBron 2015? Who outplayed Curry in 16? LeBron and Kyrie. Curry was MVP.
That shows you that LeBron always needs help.
Hold on. Before we leave, Facebook, I still don't have an answer for where was Steph Curry Game 7 unanimous MVP 2016 Finals. People still don't have that answer.
And I still don't got the answer where LeBron that was in the clutch. Kyrie hit the shot. Kyrie was the real Finals MVP. LeBron needed him the next year to
he wasn't the Finals MVP.
Like, what?
LeBron's Finals MVP.
Without Kyrie, LeBron.
If a player lead every category on
all
both teams,
moving on to
your Finals MVP.
The next, we actually could skip the next topic, y'all, because we didn't watch the Kobe documentary. So we sorry about that. We a little bit.
How much time you want?
You can give us we're going to go another 10 on this, and then we're going to hit the real talk section. We just going to dumb that down. We only got 4 topics on that. We still going to be an hour 20, and we still going to keep it rolling. And we had to go in on that one. Yeah, he choked. And we'll talk about that another time, because like I say, he choked in 15, man. People call it what they wanted, but he should have won that series without Kyrie Love, and that could have made his legacy go top 5. And Morgan, shut up. You just a LeBron rider. Like, for real, shut up. Because you never have stats to bring it up. I'm saying I'll bring up the stats and tell y'all when other players...
But right, that's not choking. You're bringing up basic play
is choking, Mike. When other players that usually come to another player's aid don't show up to play,
well,
and
how?
you still lose...
Iggy averaged 16. Who averaged 16 on the Cavs?
Oh, my God.
Who played defense on the best player on the Cavs?
Cavs had better defense that whole series. That's why we got to watch it. That's what I'm saying, Mike. They was face guarding Tristan Thompson, Mike. You didn't bring up the fact to the people. You're lying to the people.
LeBron didn't get the block board, but Kyrie shot.
He didn't bring up the fact, y'all, that Andrew Bogut wasn't starting. Andrew Bogut was a starting center for the Warriors every game that year and was the defensive anchor. And he didn't even bring up that Andrew Bogut didn't even play the last 3 games because Steve Kerr took him out because they had no answer for Tristan Thompson and Mozgov on the boards. And that's what y'all don't want to bring up. Y'all don't want to bring up the in-between stuff. Y'all want to act like I'm hate, but bring up the nuances why Golden State won that series because Kerr adapted and Black did it because he saw that Cleveland was going after them, and when they didn't put an answer for them, LeBron started choking. Period.
He did choke.
But we can't even talk about...
He did choke game 4. Go ahead.
We can't talk about Kobe because neither one of us watched the documentary.
I'm going to watch that.
And I'm going to watch it, but that's us to say that, man, sorry, we still Last Dance. We stuck on the Last Dance. Rest in peace, Mama. We got to watch it, but... more of us got to start. We got to watch that documentary because we was going to talk about it, but we can't even talk about it because I didn't even watch it. I can't even lie. I don't even know where it comes on at because it's not coming on ESPN. Where is it even?
I don't know either.
Streaming.
I don't even know either.
I might have to YouTube it.
Wait, this ain't the documentary where they followed him his last 2 seasons,
This
right?
the Kobe documentary that they said.
Okay, it's not getting a lot of pub like the Last Dance and stuff.
Well, yeah.
So
I think it's kind of soon. We didn't let the Last Dance die off, so this was kind of soon. But now let's go on to football. Morgan watches, so he gonna be happy about this topic. Boo to the Chiefs. But let's talk about Pat Mahomes, one of the new richest quarterbacks in the NFL. He just signed a contract that could be worth up to over $500 million. It could total up to $503 billion, according to ESPN. $503 million.
Yep.
$500 million. 10 years for $450 million. The $503 million come with incentives. $141 million guaranteed. He got a $63 million signing bonus. Do you think that this was a good contract for Mahomes, a bad contract, or is it just right?
If you look at it total wise, I would definitely say it's a good contract, but I definitely would say he could have got more guaranteed money. I definitely think he could have got more guaranteed money, and I know the incentives are nice, but like I said, you can get injured and stuff, and he get 150 right away, but I know you want that whole $503 million. You want that whole $503 million, so it's like, it's a good contract if he goes through the whole 10 years.
The whole $503 million would be motivation to not get hurt and to keep being progressing to the top of your game because that's all he got to do is keep winning.
Keep winning, but that's not easy like people think. Like he's looking good now, but stuff can change quick.
Saying keep winning and playing games. If he gets the playoffs, he's going to get like 90% of that money just the playoffs alone.
To me, it's a good contract overall, but I think he should have got more guaranteed. I think he should have at least tried to get at least 60% of that contract guaranteed.
See, I agree.
Like at least $300 million of a guarantee.
It's good for both sides because the $300 million guarantee, then you hamstring the franchise. Because if you look at breakdown by breakdown, I was showing after starting in 2022, they're gonna be paying him like $22 million a year. And see, the thing about him, the base salary, the Chiefs were smart. The base salary is not that much, but the incentive money, the workout bonuses he get, that makes it the contract that it makes it. And I like that he get. Regardless,
$150 million nice.
And regardless, he gets $150 million. Regardless if he gets hurt, that's more than Kirk Cousins' contract.
But psychologically, you looking at that whole $500 million.
No, you're not really because right now, Mike, that's what I'm saying. Nobody's going to get that contract. Mahomes set the market for himself. The reason I'm not doing that is because Dak's not finna get that contract no more. They gotta win first, and they gotta put the stats.
Dak shouldn't even get $200 million.
But what I'm saying is nobody's finna get near that money and near those years because Mahomes. That's why they was talking about that on Undisputed and Nick Wrighton, and I do agree with that. That's not the market. So Mahomes getting the $300 million guarantee would have been like, okay, if that's the market that's going to be set. But this is still not the market set. Remember, Kirk Cousins got $84 million guaranteed, and we was all looking like that shouldn't have happened. That was high. This is still $150 million guaranteed.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's almost
$150
double
million guaranteed is
the
a lot.
money that Kirk Cousins got within 3 years. So that's double.
I guess
so
I'm paying attention more to the $500 million.
And that's because what I'm saying is Patrick Mahomes, basically right now, he's playing with the market and setting his own market. Because then he has a chance to opt out of this years down the line. Say if he kill it 5 years from now, he could get even higher. I don't think the next quarterback is going to see this money for at least 3 to 4 years.
Well, definitely, no quarterback should see this money ever.
Well, no, it's not going to be ever.
If you do what Pat Mahomes doing, yeah, you should get.
Well, no, eventually with inflation stuff will
with
go
inflation
up.
stuff, but teams would be stupid to pay. Even with inflation, you'd be stupid to pay quarterbacks what he's getting. He really the only one who should get this money.
Well, but what I'm saying, Mike, is like Jordan got that $30 million in '98 that was unheard of. I'm saying LeBron is starting. I'm saying that's going to be the wave.
Oh yeah,
coming up in like 4 to 5 years. So what I'm saying is Mahomes is to me this contract is good because you see how many other key players they can sign. Travis Kelce when he come back up, they can sign Tyreek Hill, so they can keep weapons around him. So what I'm saying is then he does have a better chance of hitting those numbers because you got all the weapons around you and then you can keep building. So
I was just about to ask you guys, do you think he probably did that to make sure the Chiefs stayed better?
I think so because you need stuff around you.
It's a double win for him. If they
football.
The better they stay, the more money he makes.
Outside of football too, right? I mean, he's probably going to be getting more and more.
He'll get endorsements for sure.
And that's the thing. The better they get, the more money he makes too. So yeah, it's a win-win for him. It's like why not? And yeah, you're gonna get endorsement money. And I mean, I think even if they get lesser weapons, Mahomes is that real deal at the quarterback. Sadly to say, as a Bronco fan, he's going to make weapons around him better. So I mean, I actually like this contract for him. I just want to see other quarterbacks fall in line, and I think that Mahomes set the market for himself.
Yeah, he definitely set it for himself. Even in 10 years, a quarterback that don't put up what he's doing shouldn't get this money, even with inflation. So that's me. He's setting the market for himself.
Football players should start to get some basketball player money because basketball players get this type of money.
But basketball, because there's many players on the team and stuff.
Yeah, but
you don't got to play as many coaches.
So labor unions are way better. They get 50% of the earnings.
And plus, there's just more people on the football team, too, though.
Yeah, but everybody on the football team don't make that much money.
They don't, but what I'm saying, you still got to pay more people.
Yeah, but you can pay them way low down than you pay the NBA.
Why would you pay them way lower, though?
I said they do, though. The lowest person in the NFL
gets paid way lower. Their minimum is lower than the NBA.
What I'm saying is, I don't care if you're a quarterback. If you're a franchise quarterback, and Patrick Mahomes is different because he's this level. But if you this level, yeah, you deserve this money.
Many players are not about to get NBA type money. That's just what it is.
Quarterbacks at this level.
Yeah, it will be some. The top players get quarterbacks, maybe a receiver, running back, but
running backs.
They're not about to match a lot of NBA contracts. That's just what it is.
In the future, they will. You see, that's the thing. You're not progressive. They definitely will in the future.
Not now. Because NBA gonna be progressive. NBA gonna be their contracts will be going up.
The NFL labor union's been bad for a while.
Yeah, but I'm saying like players like Richard Sherman and them is coming up. They challenged. They got that. They just the last collective bargaining agreement. They came way above from that last collective bargaining agreement. That's what I'm saying. We got way more smarter NFL players that's at the head of the table now in the NFLPA. I feel like than we had in the past. Like I said, a lot of articulate players like Richard Sherman and them is smart. So I don't think this next wave of players is going to be, and they more vocal like the Deshaun Watsons and them. So and that leads us right into our next.
Am I wrong to say that NFL's been slow on almost everything when you really look at all what they do with issues in the real world or just anything with their players? They're kind of just behind.
They always slow.
But I'm happy he got the money. He deserved it.
Yeah,
let's see what he do.
Yeah, this year I got him going into this year as the number one quarterback on my board right now. So
that should be unanimous, anyway.
Well, I would say as long as number 12 still playing, it's always up for debate. That's enough.
He's the QB GOAT, but yeah, at this age.
As long as number 12 is playing with the weapons he got this year, it's always up for debate.
Nah.
Moving on.
It's no debate, but go ahead.
And we'll see, like I said, because the Chiefs are the favorites, but I'm not saying they're likely to get back to the Super Bowl.
They're not a lot to get back to Super Bowl for me. And then Morgan. They're not an AFC. They're not a lot to get back to Super Bowl, but they definitely defend the champ.
AFC West.
Bronco
Nation. Stop it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we bet the Bears. We'll be betting any team in the NFC North.
You said the last year. What we betting, y'all?
We was 7-9. Y'all was 7-9 too, right? Yeah, we was both 7-9.
Oh, y'all was 7-9.
Yeah,
okay. We beat y'all, didn't we? So we was better.
Somebody gonna say Drew Lock. Morgan, shut up. You're an idiot.
Broncos stop.
All right, moving on to the next topic. Do you think black quarterbacks will become more respected / valued like the traditional white quarterback? Just to keep it in context, right now, a third of the NFL starting quarterbacks are black on 11 teams. And that's presuming that if you go by Tua's being mixed, I don't know, if you don't count him as starting, there's 10. Teddy B, Haskins, Watson, Prescott, Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, Russ Wilson, Kyler Murray, Newton, and Tyrod Taylor. So do you think that the black quarterback is something that will start to be valued, or...
You talking about value like money-wise, or... Just
value like money, respected, and value like money-wise, not
so
treated
the
like...
respected, I think the black quarterback is kind of like the white running back. White running back's really not respected like that. McCaffrey is, but I feel like it's on with the respect value. I don't think they'd be respected as much as white quarterbacks just because we have stereotypes of just like low IQ. They can run, they not accurate, stuff like that. So I don't know. You will have the outliers like Lamar Jackson if he keep doing what he doing. They definitely. You just got to basically show yourself. Mine gonna be short. You basically just got to show yourself. If you come in and prove it, you will get valued and respected. Just like how, not Mahomes, what's his name? McCaffrey came in and proved that he's a beast. Now he's respected as a running back. So to me, I think it's more that black quarterbacks got to show themselves really more than like a white quarterback, in my opinion.
You brought up the white running back thing. I like the analogy, but it's different. You don't see that many white running backs that kill. McCaffrey's one. What I'm saying
but they're not as respected too.
What I'm saying is now we've seen more black quarterbacks come up.
A
third of black quarterbacks is in the league starting.
They got to come in and show that.
And I'm saying I just named Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, and arguably Deshaun Watson and Dak Prescott. Some people, those are 4 quarterbacks that'll be in people's top 10.
They will get respected. You got to come in and prove it. Mahomes,
no, I'm saying not talking about them. I'm talking about the black quarterback in general. When I ask this question, it's not just talking about individual. I'm saying when people start to respect black quarterbacks in the draft, drafting them high, saying that they're cerebral, that they not only a running quarterback, that they can throw the ball too. Because like I said, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, Tyrod, Cam Newton has even got better in the
But I will say this though,
over the last 2 seasons,
there has been black quarterbacks drafted high.
Cam Newton was the best third down quarterback. I'm saying that's not the argument. What I'm telling you, Mike, is people don't value them high. So what I'm saying is they have to be game changers. Like Lamar Jackson was drafted high. Mahomes wasn't even on people who draft were high. Andy Reid.
But Cam Newton, Michael Vick, Kyler Murray, they all went 1.
That's 3 quarterbacks.
Quick question, guys.
Would
you?
No, I'm saying, but there has been black quarterbacks who went 1.
The question was, will
No, I just had a quick question. Would you guys say? I think maybe that Russell Wilson's been and is continuing the one who's kind of break the trend, and why
but he's never.
We're not going to look at it
and
that
I agree, but Russell Wilson hasn't even got respected. We just looked up something that said Russell Wilson has never got a first place MVP vote, and that's what I mean by respected.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, how does that mean not respected?
Because
what MVP did he deserve?
He hasn't gotten a vote. He had 35 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Mike, his rookie season, he threw more touchdowns than Peyton Manning and only threw 10 interceptions. Peyton Manning threw 29 interceptions, 28 his rookie year. What I'm saying is, I used to try to tell people about Russell Wilson as a quarterback. Nobody thought Russell Wilson. That's what I'm saying by respecting.
He never deserved MVP.
Mike, but no, listen, you keep saying never deserved MVP. You not listen to the question. When I say respected, my point is that is what I'm saying. Nobody even talked about Russell Wilson as an elite passing quarterback until like the last 2 years. But if you look at Russell Wilson's career, he's came in the NFL. He's been a pretty solid passing quarterback ever since. That is my point.
He's been good. I feel like he get a lot of respect. I don't know what you're talking
about. Over the last couple of years, he has as a passer.
But when he first got in, the defense kind of saved him.
No, they really wasn't, and that's what you're saying. I'm saying Russell Wilson used to show in games just because he wasn't.
He used to make good passes, but
no, he wasn't putting up 400 pass yards per game and 300 and throwing for 4,000 yards, so it didn't look sexy to y'all. But he made the passes.
I feel like
he would have clutch drives in the fourth quarters. But I'm saying, Mike, he was respected because the team won. But he wasn't like he was respected for the reason you just said, because of the Legion of Boom, because of that defense. Nobody was saying that Russell Wilson was the leader of that team until like 2 years ago, till Legion of Boom washed out. And to me, Russell Wilson has always been the leader of Seattle. I've always said that he keeps them galvanized on offense. Their offensive line was always bad when people bring up his passing. Seattle has always had one of the worst offensive lines since he's been there. And he's always found a way with smaller receivers, with no really outside weapons. Russell Wilson has found a way, but people give the defense credit. And that is my point.
Well, the defense deserved the credit.
By me saying that's not true. And what about Cam Newton MVP season? People say, well, Cam Newton run. People don't listen to the fact that he
hate on Cam Newton.
He threw 35 touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
He got MVP.
And what I'm saying is the last 2 seasons, look it up. Cam Newton was the top 3 quarterback in third down conversions. And people don't talk about that. So that's what I'm saying.
Cam Newton didn't get MVP though. He got MVP.
No, but I'm
so
saying,
it's like,
Mike, people don't talk about Cam Newton as they talk about,
talk about
him as a
Cam Newton get hated on.
quarterback.
I don't think the black quarterback is valued like they should be. It's hypocrisy in it, but I do think if you come in and prove it, they do respect.
Like, to me, Tyrod Taylor is a solid quarterback. He made the playoffs with Buffalo Bills. And to me, Tyrod Taylor is a Tony Romo like. But you don't hear him get talked about like Romo.
Yeah, you already know I never respect Romo like that.
But I'm saying,
yeah,
Tyrod
people do talk about Romo.
But that's my point. That Tyrod Taylor should get talked about like that. He carried the Buffalo Bills to the playoffs.
Tyrod Taylor, he ain't that good.
But Mike, he carried Buffalo to the playoffs. Who did Buffalo have? Come on now, Tyrod would have had T.O.
It ain't just him. He cool.
Tyrod
Taylor cool, but
he carried Buffalo Bills to the playoffs.
Not just him. He didn't just
him.
do that. He was the quarterback, but he didn't carry it.
What other quarterbacks carry the Buffalo Bills to the playoffs? You bring up Buffalo has some good teams, other quarterbacks with running backs. I'm saying
Buffalo had decent defenses over the years. Their defense was good.
But I'm saying they had those before Tyrod. And Tyrod at the helm took them. He was a solid quarterback. Like he could be quarterback for the Chargers. Tyrod Taylor's a solid quarterback, dude. Low key. But I'm saying he don't get the. That's what I'm saying. You said. But if you look at Tyrod, he's one of the most accurate quarterbacks. He's a prolific passer when he gets the opportunities. But
what's up, Lucas? What's up?
But who you know, Lucas?
Yeah.
Russ is a beast. I'm excited to see Cam trying to get Lucas. Thank you, Lucas. Russ is a beast, and I
respect Russ
now. You respect Russ.
Yeah, when he first got to league, he really was. He was cool.
He was, Mike. But his first season, he had as many touchdowns as Peyton Manning. Why do you don't say that?
What does that mean? He had many touchdowns.
That means that he kept passing.
Peyton Manning was trash his first year.
But that's tied for the most touchdowns by a rookie in NFL history is 28, and Russell Wilson is tied for that. With Peyton Manning, they got the most touchdown passes by a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, 20. He threw 26. He threw, but his third year he threw 20. He threw 26. Like
he threw 20 his third year. Okay.
And he threw 26 again. He threw his first 3 years. He really wasn't that. He was cool.
Mike,
he was a game manager, but he did get better.
He threw 24 this year.
He did get better.
I'm just saying, but what did he do these last few years? Bring that up.
He's get better. He's been dominant. He's been throwing 30 plus the last 3 years. I'm saying he got better, but when he first got to the league, that defense.
The running game was getting all the touchdowns. Marshawn would plow it in early on.
He was a game manager. He was decent. He was cool, but he wasn't elite.
Just because he got a little bit more touchdowns doesn't mean he was all of a sudden killing.
His defense, he hit the Legion of Boom.
I'm on Rod's side with this.
The Legion of Boom was
Russell
carrying
didn't
that
get
defense.
the respect he's definitely deserved.
The Legion of Boom wasn't.
I feel like he got too much respect. He threw an interception in the Super Bowl, and people don't say nothing about it.
That was a bad play call.
That's what I'm saying. You blame Pete Carroll, and he threw the interception.
But bring up the fact that he drove down there on the Patriots.
He drove down there. That was a lucky catch.
It was, but Mike Russell Wilson always make those plays. Bring up the Minnesota play.
What about the interception?
Every quarterback has a play.
What about the interception? I'm saying, we say we get on black quarterback.
But okay,
what about the interception?
What about the Legion of Boom? You giving them credit? Tom Brady went 15 for 17 in the fourth quarter, 187 yards.
Who'd you just say?
2 touchdowns.
Wait. Who'd you just say?
But you bring up the Legion of Boom.
The Legion
One
of Boom.
interception
Who shut down the best offense of all time, according to you? Who shut down the best offense of all time?
The weather.
I'm saying, who shut down the best? Who got Super Bowl MVP? Russell Wilson. Did Russell Wilson Super Bowl MVP? No, Malcolm Smith got it.
Championship game versus the Packers that year. Russell Wilson.
Who threw 4 picks that game?
Well, that's my
His defense saved him.
He still willed the team.
No, he didn't. No, he got saved that game. He did throw a nice touchdown, but stop it. He
Stand
threw
on
4
the NFL
7.
before we go to the real talk section because we're coming up towards the end of the show, y'all. Last topic, and it's a good segue before the real talk section, y'all.
Russell Wilson, too much respect.
We'll come back to Russell Wilson another day because Mike, I'm sorry, I'll be having to put my older brother show you. He's the older one, people, by the way. I know it might seem like
I've never seen a player throw a pick on a one and nobody. Then you blame the coach. Come on. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Everybody and their mama watched that Super Bowl know that was just a terrible play.
Like I said, I'll be the last person on earth. I'm still going to say.
And he threw it over the middle.
I've never seen a quarterback throw a pick interception. Nobody blamed.
When have you ever seen somebody run a slant on the 1 yard line?
Who threw the pick?
It's usually a Pharaoh. Who called the play? The fact that the play was even in the repertoire is a problem. All right, but stand-up football. Oh, my God. Stand-up football. Washington Redskins. Should they change their name? What do you think about the name Redskins?
Yeah, I guess they should change it. Yeah, change it. Change it. I would change it. People would get mad. People
if they was called the Washington Niggas.
Or the Washington Crackers or something. Or the Washington Crackers or Washington Eagles. People would get mad at that. So, yeah, change the name. I really don't want to go deep into it. Change the name.
It's a Spurgeon offensive term.
It's an offensive term.
To red Native American.
Yeah, I agree. They should change the name, and I'm glad they're making a stand on it. What you think? Yeah,
change the name. You know, I heard somebody say they should change the name to the DC Comics and have Batman be the logo.
That'd be kind of nice, though. I ain't
You know, but they can come up with a lot of names. You know, you got marketing teams for that, man. Why I gotta have to watch the Redskins?
Washington Bullets.
They changed that name for a reason.
But you know, Daniel Snyder, that just shows what America's still doing. Not you know, some of these people get money and what they want to do because it's just pure ignorance. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if I want to be on the side of the Black Lives Matter and that everybody matter, this is just ignorant. You know, I'm cool with the Native community. I work in the Native community and being insensitive to. I've talked to Natives. And I've gotten experience in this. I didn't know what the Redskins was. I didn't know what a Redskin was.
Yeah, as a kid, you don't know. You cool.
Then I've talked to Native people over the last couple of years, and that's an offensive term in their community. They don't like it. And we still celebrating the NFL team as that. I mean, it's kind of wrong for the Redskins, the Washington Redskins, to keep having that name. And I think as different outlets, I'm really different. We're just going to refer to them as the Washington football team. I'm not going to even call them the Redskins no more because I don't want to be associated with that because, like I said, I wanted everybody to be equal, and I wouldn't be doing my part if I just sat here and say, yeah, the Washington Redskins.
No,
or
you're
like,
right.
you know, so
it's definitely
I just got to do my part because, I got put on. So that's it with the sports topics, y'all. We appreciate y'all through the technical difficulties. A little bit longer than not, but we finna move right on to the real talk section, y'all. We got a few topics. You do about 20 for this one. 20 because we'll be at an hour 20 again. 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row, baby. Moving on. Let's get it. Right away. Tell me when to go, James.
Go ahead.
40 cents.
Feel free to butt in on this one.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Real talk. We back. Give me your camera in my face. Look at y'all.
We back.
Shout out to my spot, my jeweler. Y'all see new wear. I shouldn't be on here flexing. But shout out to the jeweler, you know. Shout out to my cousin L. He was with me, you know. To everybody watching, we appreciate y'all, man. Episode 16. Real talk section though. Let's start off talking about that fool Kanye West, man. Kanye West has made the news. Talking, I know, right? Joe, I like that little ad lib. Talking about Kanye West 2020 running for president. Do you take this serious or is this a joke to you, Kanye running for president?
It's a joke to man. I don't know. I need to know what type of plan he coming with. Like what type of plan are you coming with? The presidency, they basically trying to make a joke out of it. Really, basically, celebrities is about to think they can run for president because the qualifications not that hard. Like you have to be a natural born citizen, 35 years old, and a U.S. resident. You got to be living at least 14 years. For the last 14 years, you got to be living in the U.S. There's really no qualifications for where you have to be a senator. You have to be this and that. Them the three qualifications for it. So it's like they making a mockery out of it. Celebrities going to think they can be the president. So it's like I don't know. I don't know what is he trying to do. I know a lot of Democrats are mad because he's going to be taking votes away, and then that's giving Trump votes. People think he's doing that. Do you think he's really going to have a shot to win it? I don't think so.
You know, it's hard.
He's going to get votes. He's definitely going to get votes, but
it's hard to say what I think. I mean, with the way the system is, what is he going to run as? We don't even know any of this. I don't know if it's a hoax.
Breakfast Club said something like his party will be the birthday party. Him and Kim, to me, is doing this. They doing this for themselves.
Yeah, a lot of
they
people.
doing what Trump doing for president. They doing it for themselves.
You know me, when it comes, I don't really care if he runs.
Yeah, I don't.
If he think he can win, more power to him. You know, is he gonna take votes away from the Democratic? I really don't care because a lot of people feel like the candidates ain't much. So if it's up to Kanye, this would be a time to run because
if he really won, but he would be
behind the people.
He wouldn't know. Kanye cared about himself. He didn't get behind nothing.
I'm saying, and the people get behind him, you don't know what can happen. And I'm just saying, I'm gonna just play devil's advocate. If the dude run, I'm not saying I want him to be president because look at Kanye West, man. Something's wrong with him.
Like I said,
things have happened.
He can run.
But if he run, I mean, it's just gonna make it entertainment. Maybe I'll follow the campaign. Maybe But what worse can happen?
I'm definitely gonna listen to him. I'm gonna listen to like what his plan, what stuff he gonna be saying.
But people are getting mad in the general public, and I could care less. Like I see a lot of people saying, if you vote for Kanye, you're an idiot. Like, you're dumb for voting for Kanye. And it's like, well, some people voted for Donald Trump.
think he's doing it for
and
self.
And it's like, some people voted for Hillary Clinton. And some people going to vote for Joe Biden. So it's like, come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, what worse can you get? If I do vote, I'll mess around and put myself in there. Or put artists and fitness in there.
You
or
got to wait 8 years.
You know what I'm saying?
Vote for Joe Biden, you know what you are.
What am I?
Not black.
Oh yeah, that's what they said.
Black.
That's what you ain't black if you don't vote for Joe, huh? Only Joe I'm gonna vote for is in 2028. My roommate Joe H. No, I'm just playing. But what I'm saying is, man, yeah, like it's like who can you vote for? Mess around, you might have to vote for Kanye West.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think Rick Grimes should run for president, but he not even an American citizen though. Dang man, Rick Grimes will be a co-president, baby. Walking Dead, baby, Rick Grimes. Russ is a beast. I'm excited to see Kim. Oh yeah, that was.
What y'all think though, James and Joe, real quick?
about Kanye.
About
running.
Kanye running for president.
I think it is. I mean, yeah, it stinks because Biden is not the best candidate, but honestly, I'd rather not have Trump in at this point. And I do believe that
That's
it looks like that Kanye would take more from Biden than he would Trump. So basically, if he did run, it does more or less seem like it'd be more.
He low-key probably trying to help Trump. He did call him his
and,
daddy.
You know, that's
Call him his daddy.
low key. That could be part of the whole sham, really, if you think about it.
Hey, that
That's
man
what I'm
Kanye
saying.
in the second place.
He called him his daddy. Like,
Oh
stop
my
it.
God.
That's my
That
opinion.
man called that man his daddy.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Joe Ash.
I put in the comments. Politics has been a joke, in my opinion,
I agree.
and
with you.
it's been a joke. I mean, the president doesn't have a serious position in my mind. They're just filling a role to go up on the podium. It's the guys who are really controlling the strings who I'm more worried about. But if
They were
Kanye,
speaker.
right? If Kanye goes up, I might vote for him. Kanye shrug. You know.
You would vote for a guy who called Trump his daddy?
You know, like I said, I'm not attached to none of that. So
Yeah.
I know, right? A
it's
lot of
a
people have said
minstrel show
worse.
to me.
Oh my God.
That's true. A lot of people have said,
You
bro.
saw those black pastors that was saying Trump was the, like that was all in the conference. with
Them
him.
dudes.
That man called Trump his daddy, man. Kanye funny, man. He must see TV just like Trump. All right, let's move on to something that was a little bit controversial this week, man. With my man D-Jack, aka Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, with Deshaun Jackson, what happened with Deshaun Jackson? People will give you context. He went on Twitter and he retweeted some stuff that some people said was anti-Semitic, and it was quote unquote from Hitler. But come to find out, we don't know if Hitler said it, but it was attached to Hitler because it had something to do with Jews. So I'm just going to read off a couple pieces that was from the tweet that Deshaun Jackson shared. Deshaun Jackson, who has 1 million followers on Instagram, initially posted a screenshot of a quote widely attributed to Hitler, saying amongst other things, "Because the white Jews knows that the Negroes are the real children of Israel, and to keep America's secret, the Jews will blackmail America. They will extort America. Their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they are. The white citizens of America will be terrified to know that all this time they've been mistreating and discriminating and lynching the children of Israel." And then the post said, Hitler said, I'm sorry, y'all, I had to make it bigger. It says, Hitler said, because the white Jews knows that the Negroes, the real children of Israel, and to keep America's secret, the Jews will blackmail America. They will extort America. Their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they are. The white citizens of America will be terrified to know that all this time they've been mistreating and discriminating and lynching the children of Israel. They will fear God, will destroy them as he destroyed Egypt for doing the same thing. So the elite, the Illuminati, keeps this a secret. After I die, I will one day cause World War III just by this message, which will take planting a seed in people's minds until it sprouts. Once they nurture that seed and seek more truth and learn, Hitler was right. That's what Deshaun Jackson retweeted. That's what Hitler attributed that to Hitler. Come to find out that Hitler never said those words in depth, but a lot of those were said by like the Israelites and the Muslims, and it was a credit to Hitler because it was tied to the Jews. With all that being said, and to decipher all that, which was just a snippet, what do you think about Deshaun Jackson's comments?
He already apologized for it, so
Yeah, he said sorry for it.
it's really, yeah.
What do you think about it, though? I see some people saying he should get suspended for a game because both the Eagles owners and the GM are both Jewish. And people saying that he should get suspended for a game because if he was white and this was a white person and it's about like black people, they would be suspended. They would be causing an uproar. What do you got to say about this?
Yeah, I don't know what's his point of posting it. Like, why did he post something Hitler said? I don't know.
And he's real cool with Farrakhan
Yeah.
too. And come to find out, they say
Yeah.
Farrakhan does not like the Jewish community as much. Okay. And I didn't know, just to set the stage, that the Jewish community and blacks had any type of like riffraff. So I don't have a lot of information on that. I'm still learning about it. But I do know like the Israelites say that the black people wasn't chosen Hebrew people first. And that's why they kind of get into a Jewish people. So
See, all that stuff,
Yeah,
I don't know if I believe it. I don't know. I don't know we don't know who the people is. That's all BS to me. That's all BS. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? But I didn't really look too much into this because he apologized. So it's like, okay. Well,
he apologized. What I would say is this. If I'm Deshaun Jackson, the Hitler stuff, because what Hitler did to a lot of people, saying that Hitler was right, That's not. I mean, you
Yeah,
can't
I'm not
say
about to say
Hitler
nothing
was
positive
right.
about Hitler.
The next thing I will say is this. I don't necessarily, like I said, I don't have a lot of information about Jewish and the black community in the first place. I say anybody that's not for the movement, that is doing the things that was written in here, that don't want to put the truth out there because they do think the black people is the chosen people, those people need to go. And if Jewish people falls in those categories, some Jewish people believe that because people said, I was talking with Joe earlier, he was kind of putting me on game a little bit about what he knew about the Jewish community. And what I'm saying is if they do believe that way, then they need to go. Deshaun Jackson saying that is not wrong, but the way he said it, because I don't think he has hate in his heart and want to cast out all Jews. But what he's saying is if you have that hate, if you are one of the people who are jealous that you feel like black people are the child of God or trying to hold the black person back, then yeah, we do need to look at you in a different way, whatever community that may be. I don't want to tie that to a religion because me personally, I feel like this country holds Christianity to a big standard, but a lot of them are the most hateful people around. A lot of other communities are hateful around, so I don't want to just get caught up on the Jewish community and only expose them. And they was going through stuff, so I do think that was not right to say Hitler was wrong. But Deshaun Jackson calling things out about the black Americans was spot on to me. And like Shannon Sharp brought up a good point. People was condemning Shannon Sharp. Was like, why don't you get on him like you got on Drew Brees? Like Shannon Sharp said, you see how many people, like, they'll get Tony Dungy, the blackface, to come and take up for Drew Brees and speak for him. But Deshaun Jackson made a mistake. He apologized about retweeting that because his heart was in the right place, but him saying that Hitler was right was not in the right place. And I don't think he meant that. But like Shannon Sharp said, instead of trying to cancel Deshaun Jackson out, where's the people that to come to his aid and to come to his aid and be like, okay, he made a mistake. Let's teach him about Auschwitz. Let's teach him about the Holocaust. Let's teach him about this stuff because I'm pretty sure Deshaun Jackson probably hasn't studied up on that like I haven't. Like a lot of people haven't, that we only learned about a snippet in school because we know our history buffs in school suck. We know what the school system does. They don't really teach us much about other history outside of the lying history that we get here. So that's my point about it. Just like when his teammate back in 2014, Riley Cooper, said the N-word, you saw how people was trying to come to his defense when he got black teammates and all this. But now people on Twitter and everything else trying to cancel Deshaun Jackson. It's like, no. Because right now, there is stuff that's going on in America trying to extort the black community. Where I think it was wrong at is just tying it to the Jews. But to spit the facts, no. Keep spitting the facts. Just do the research before we just tie it to one people. But keep spitting the facts. But that's what they do. When we make one mistake while spitting the facts, they're trying to shut us up. And that's what they're trying to do to Deshaun Jackson. I think people is overblowing this, but they don't want to overblow.
He should have came with more context. I think he was doing it more for
that. And that's what Shannon Sharp said. Have more context. And I agree. But
that was his.
But they don't want to. They don't want to come at somebody like Drew Brees who had all the context in the world.
Yeah.
But still want to say
and I agree with Shannon Sharp on that.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the difference. That Deshaun Jackson didn't have all the context because Hitler didn't even say this.
That's what I'm saying.
It was just a tie
his mistake.
Hitler because of the Jews.
His mistake. He didn't have the context. He didn't even explain. Yeah, he didn't have the context of the quote. That's
a learning lesson on checking your sources.
Checking your sources.
Because
and doing
it's not
the research
the content that's
post.
horrible, but the connection and the person.
Yeah.
That's the horrible part.
That's the horrible part.
And the fact that it wasn't even part of
and
it.
the fact that, and then what would people think? Okay, you want to kill all white people now. That's what they probably think because when there was a credit to Hitler, and that people just gonna take that on. Cancel culture doesn't let anyone grow. Teaching helps everyone grow. I agree, Lucas, and that's why I said in a way when we were talking about letting Donald Trump be the president, no, let people come out and speak their truths so we can know where they stand, so we can either try to help or we could just let them be if they don't want to get help. So I think DJ comments was blown over proportion. But we coming to the end, y'all. We just got a couple more topics here, about a few more minutes, and then we out of here for episode 16. So we appreciate all the new viewers, all the current viewers, all our old viewers. Before we leave, I want to tell y'all, go subscribe to the YouTube page, Brotherly Differences. Go like us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We on all social media platforms. But get those numbers up on YouTube for us, y'all. Subscribe, comment on these videos, comment on the Brotherly Differences page. Write me and Mike in our DMs. Talk to us on our timeline pages. Come up with topics. If y'all want to see us talk about something, let us know. If y'all want to be out on the show, reach out to us. Y'all can come right here to Artisan Fitness, baby. We right here in Minneapolis, South Minneapolis. Y'all can come Big Bro Studios, Artisan Fitness. We want to bring this to the community. I always want to tell y'all that every episode. I want to hit that home and let y'all know this is a show to people. Y'all see how we talking to Jordan even though they offset? We just what we do. We just chilling, talking to the people, man. So do that. Listen, like, comment, share, subscribe. We're going to move on here to keep the show rolling. Harden travels so much. Nate Hauser, you must know him, Mike.
No, my
Okay.
coworker.
How would you rate 2020 halfway through this year? What would you say about this year?
Man, 2020 like a punch in the face for real. Especially with this
Punch in the guts.
especially with this COVID-19 stuff. For real, people got a rude awakening. I think some businesses got a rude awakening and stuff because it's like
It all started with Kobe, though, man.
Oh yeah. I was about
All
to get to that. I was about to say
started
the deaths we got, and like I said, I'm a big basketball head. Kobe died really. It took me about a week to my stomach to stop hurting over that. For real, I never met the man in my life. So 2020 is like a punch in the face for me, for real. Don't get me wrong though. I'm not even gonna lie. It's definitely a rude awakening. It definitely made me think.
Hey, my man Willie watching. Billy
right.
watching. What up,
My
Billy?
guy,
Shout out to our photographer.
Hassan Mead. I went to high school with him. He ran in the Olympics.
Okay,
He
I
ran in the
remember you
Olympics.
told me you was
Hassan
fast.
Mead. He was cold
I
at
thought
hooping
that
too.
was,
Hassan, you still hoop?
it was a dude named Hassan that knew you from UMD.
Oh, for real? Yeah. No, he
went to South with y'all.
He went to U of M. He
Wait,
probably came to
Majid,
UMD.
was it Majid? No, MJ Hassan. He know you.
Okay, I probably do know
He
him.
my friend on Facebook. He went to South with y'all. But yeah, that's why I thought that was. I
But
thought
yeah,
that was him
Hassan
at
ran
first.
the
Okay.
2016 Olympics.
Look at that, following us on Brotherly Differences. We got somebody running Olympics. Shout out to Hassan. Next 5 months, spell out Jason. Watch out now. Oh, July, August, September, October, November. DB on point. I mess with D.
Wait,
She on
Jason,
point on
what?
Facebook. Jason. She said it's finna be scary.
Oh,
Jason
yeah,
Voorhees.
yeah,
July,
yeah.
August,
Okay,
September,
okay,
October,
okay,
November.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
D, I
yeah,
see you
yeah.
with the acronym game.
Yeah.
Hey, but I also want to, before, man, we get so off topic, but I want to give a shout out to our twin brothers, man. Fresh Coast Hoop Preps. Shouted them out. They said they like the length and the movement of them. They was
Yeah.
down in Iowa slamming stuff. So shout out to Mario and Miles.
Keep working on that
We're
game.
gonna
Dunking
sophomore,
on the board.
going into sophomores at Eastview. You know, even though I'm coaching at Washburn, I might play against little bros. It ain't nothing but love, man. I hope they keep growing. Because, they out here doing big things. So look out for them, too, on the upbringing. But, yeah, let's keep moving on with the show. You talked about 2020. And punch in the face, punch in the gut, a stump, a shot in the foot, cheddar bob yourself, you name it. It's all of the above.
R.I.P. Cheddar Bob.
R.I.P. Cheddar Bob. Yeah, then he just died too, like within the last year or something, wasn't it?
My birthday.
Okay, dang. See, man, like COVID came out, the high school kids not having prom, not having graduation, canceling the season, amongst other things. The deaths, the civil unrest that we going through right now in 2020, and then the uncertainty that's going on in the future. Like D was just saying, in the next 5 months, now we got this divide where people talking about starting schools and starting life back up. We don't know about jobs and how the economy gonna work. Stimulus checks. 2020 right now is just showing you that you need to be grateful for the small things, and don't take anything for granted. The one thing I will say is, hell, we got
Hindsight 2020.
I know, right?
Hindsight.
No pun intended. Joe out here with the sayings today. Hey, Joe gonna be Mr. Ad-Lib Guy. That's his nickname. At him, Mr. Ad-Lib Guy. I came up with that name. I'm good at coming up with the punchline.
You gotta be kidding me.
But no, 2020 also has been a blessing in disguise though, because we came and gave y'all 16 episodes in the last few months. We've been stalling out on this for the last 3.5, 4 years. We even got Big Bro involved now with a lot of other people in the community, artists in fitness, and like I said, a lot of Minneapolis, St. Paul local people that's messing with us, a lot of local artists. So 2020 has been a blessing in disguise as well. But yeah, this has been a rough year, and I just got to say, if we all make it through it, we just got to keep banding together and keep progressing. This will, I've been talking to a lot of people, and man, this will be a year that we can go back and talk about. Like, this is going to be a year up there with some of the best years of all time in the history books. Like,
Oh yeah, this gonna be the history books. Yeah, this gonna be the
it's
history
going to be right there. So I say just keep progressing, man, and keep safe and love yours and stay healthy. And to finish off the show, y'all, we want y'all Facebook people. Y'all got to look. We gonna stay on for a max of 6 to 7 more minutes, and then we gone. But we need comments right now, y'all, because this next topic, we've been debating this for a long time in our group, in our friend group, in our WhatsApp group, and on Facebook, and regardless. For the last time, y'all, this is the last time y'all gonna hear us talk about it on Brotherly Difference unless we reference it to show me exposing him again. Who is the better rapper? Better impact? You can go by who had the most impact. Who's better lyrically, as Mike would like to say? Who's just the better rapper?
Lyrically is really what I say.
I just say better rapper. To me,
music's
it's like
subjective,
going to a concert or you going to an event of music battle and you just hear them rapping their music. Who's the better rapper? Period. Gucci or Game?
The Game easy.
I'm going Gucci. I'm going Big Wop. He's saying game.
Gucci got good records, good trap records. I'll give Gucci
Nate,
that.
we need
like
Nate.
it too.
Who you saying, Mr. Hauser? Who you saying, Gucci
MJ
and game?
LeBron.
If you,
MJ LeBron.
he said MJ of LeBron. Facts.
Nate, you missed the
I
sports
like Nate.
section.
Facts. He could go tune back in. It was about an hour long. I like Nate.
He
Already.
got Kobe over LeBron too.
But let's talk about this Gucci and game.
It's the game, man. What album does Gucci have better than a documentary?
Oh my God. The State vs. Ragic Davis. Evil Genius. This
Hey,
last
Tyler, are
album.
you in here? Tyler, please answer.
Oh, you got Tyler
Yes,
from
Tyler,
Arizona?
please
Yeah, I brought
answer.
him in here.
Tyler's from the West Coast. Tyler's in here?
Tyler, like Joe Budden, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Dude.
Tyler's documentary album, No Joke. That's what your
Doc-
guy just said.
No album
I know
Gucci
you-
made, no mixtape is better than
Nate,
documentary.
now I know you're really a friend of my brother. Documentary. You said what album? Gucci got the Trap House series albums. Trap House
Nope.
3. Evil Genius. That's what.
Nope.
That's what Get the Bag on there. The State vs. Ragic Davis. Like,
Nope.
what else do you want? And then, like I said, with Gucci, he has more individual songs. There's not more the albums. Let me start off by Lemonade, Bird Print, Photo Shoot. I Think I Love Her. Bricks, So Icy. Make the Trap A.
The game got Dream.
I Get the Bag, Wasted, Rich Nigga. I Gets Lots of Cash, I Just Want to Party, I Might Be, Candy Lady, Beat It Up with Trey Songz, Freaky Girl, Steady Marvin with Lil Wayne, Black Beatles in the CD,
Steady mobbing, that Lil Wayne.
Go Ahead, Dope Boys, My Kitchen, Slippery, Excuse Me, Slippery, that's new Gucci, Black Tea, Stupid. That's what I'm saying.
How does he get credit for Black
that was
Tea?
Black Tea is Gucci's song.
It
Black
is,
Tea
but he
Gucci.
really didn't do nothing.
Stop it. He started
He
Black
really
Tea, then they
didn't
came
do
out with White
nothing.
Tea and all that. Come on, man. Gucci is a movement. Stupid.
What about It's Okay, One Blood? Wouldn't go so far. Too much. Doctor's Advocate, the song. Old English. Old English from the game. What else the game got? The game
And
got
then-
a lot. You even Ala Boumaye. Like
You
the
can't
game
even
got so
pronounce
Ala
He
Boumaye.
had to make something that all that because he couldn't
But
rap.
I'm saying like
That's why he had to do all
the
that.
documentary alone is better
And
than
then let's
any.
talk about rappers that Gucci is impacted. Waka Flocka, Pee Wee Longway, Migos, Young Thug, Mike Will Made It, Zaytoven.
All them dudes, Jonathan, the only one that's cool.
Stop it, Future. The Gucci is Metro Boomin.
Nipsey is the game. The
Fujiano,
game.
Speaker Knockers.
What about the Nipsey?
Stop it, Nipsey.
What?
Give
Dude,
Rick Ross
Nipsey
credit.
look up.
Snoop
Nipsey
Dogg
give the game
get-
credit too.
Snoop gets
If you
credit
listen,
for
if you
Nipsey.
actually listen to the game
That's
album,
because he's West Coast. He
But
get
I'm-
I'm saying
okay,
Gucci discovered them.
okay.
And also Migos too. Migos. Gucci has more impact.
Ain't
You
nobody really
can't argue
asking
with
who
Stephen A. Adams. He called you Stephen A. Adams. Stephen A. Adams.
They just mad because he don't bring facts.
He don't bring facts to debate. Rest in peace to Speaker Knockers. Gucci, you know Speaker Knockers. Started out with
No.
nothing. I was hungry.
Like I said,
Now I got a couple.
when we have more people here, we have to do a what you call it. We have to
Joe
do
think
a,
I should
like,
start a segment where I do freestyles to instrumentals like towards the end.
That's cool.
Hey, we got the beat. You want to hit it?
We got the beat. Not today.
Don't
He said,
all
not
be
today.
scared.
Not
It's a
today.
freestyle.
Hey,
Hit the freestyle today. Give him a snippet, James.
right?
Give him a snippet.
Lucas,
Okay, let me get the instrumental. Let me see if I
y'all
can do a
man,
little
y'all
something
can't
with
win
it.
it. Lucas man, he can't win a debate with Jordan LeBron. That's why he mad.
Talk about some of the debates you had in the rap. Come on.
Talk about some of the debates I
It's really see music.
Talk about the show.
This
Yeah.
the instrumental?
It's our song.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Okay.
It's a song, but
Hey. Okay. We did the show, talked about top high school prospects. Then we talked about power rankings next. Then I had to hit them with the flex. Tell them that KD's on Mount Rushmore. Then I had to expose Mike some more. Told him that LeBron choked Curry, no joke. I'm only 5'5" and I almost can poke. Cooking up the eggs like it with the yolk. Call me James Harden. I go hard in the paint. Brother differences doing what no other podcast can't. Chilling with the fitness. A to the F. Yeah, you know the whole crew be the best.
Squad.
They didn't know I could spit. They didn't know I could rap. But I'ma give y'all a free promo. How you like that? My group gon' see I be spittin'. And I didn't write this off the head is hitting. And we about to go. Thank you for watching number 16, 2020 episode.
Hey.
Okay.
that was nice. That
But
was
hey, man.
Just a little taste.
Hey, but we appreciate y'all sticking in, watching through all the interruptions today. The show went a little 8 minutes longer than we wanted, but we getting that time down, y'all. And like James said, every week is a learning experience, and y'all know what to do. Like, listen, comment, share, subscribe.
Subscribe to the YouTube page for real.
YouTube page. We appreciate y'all once again. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to James. And shout out to everybody else, all the fans out there, all the love and support. That freestyle better.
Thank you, Nate. Let's go, Nate, for real. This
Hey,
is Gucci
hey,
in the
Nate,
game.
tell him to let me go viral. Tell him to
There we
sign
go,
me.
Nate. There
He
we
said,
go.
all right, y'all. Till next time.
Peace
Peace.
out.
Hey, that episode was killing though. James put the beat on there. Y'all get me on the spot.
Yep.